Hi, welcome to Gemstone Tarot. This is a pick a card for Valentine's Day. It's suitable for you, couples, singles, situationship, whatever you're going through at the moment. It's just looking at the energies that are coming in for you around the time of Valentine's Day on February the 14th. So have a look at number 1, number 2, number 3. See if you can take a deep breath and relax your gaze, and you will find that you are drawn to one of the piles. Scooch then to the description box and I will put timestamps for number 1, number 2, number 3, and you can go straight to your cards. So I'll see you on the other side. Namaste. Hi number 1, welcome to your reading. Okay, I haven't looked at your cards yet, and you know, doing this while Mercury is in retrograde. It's a challenge. Ooh. Wow. Okay, number 1. I've got some Romance Angel Oracle cards, I've got a Chuck Spezzano healing card, and I've got Rider-Waite cards. And then I am going to have a look at some Lightseers Tarot that I will pull as well. This is a really interesting reading. You've got the gift card of true love, which is absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so it's one of the nicest cards in this whole deck. So let's just celebrate that that's actually front and center of your reading. Okay, but there's some kind of a story here. Definitely. Romance Angel Oracle cards, you get express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture, but you also get codependency. So if you chose number 1, there may be issues around who you choose for relationship, and issues around codependency, and issues around trust for you, okay? Starting with those of you that are in some kind of connection with somebody, there is something you definitely need to hear about and have not yet heard about. Okay, we've got the 8 of Wands in reverse. This is a very Mercury retrograde kind of a card. And when Mercury is retrograde, it's rather like bacteria multiplying in the dark, you know, that kind of this is accumulating, something is brewing, it's building, and then next to it you get the Tower, and then it blows. Okay, there is something to do with what has not been said that may be causing you to have or to think that you have issues around trust. Next to the Tower I've got the 7 of Swords. And the 7 of Swords is a card, when you get it with the Tower and the 8 of Wands in reverse, there's certainly something here about feeling like somebody might be pulling the wool over your eyes, or feeling like somebody, in the most generous sense, isn't being completely honest or completely open or saying everything that they need to say. Next to the 7 of Swords, the 10 of Pentacles, about commitment. You may think you're codependent, you may think that you are unable to express yourself because it might come across as needy, when actually there's like a missing piece of the jigsaw that you may not yet know. Okay, I'm going to draw a few cards from the Lightseers Tarot for this. If you are single, this could be about your last relationship affecting trust issues for who you could meet in your next relationship. As in, you fear that there's a pattern here that will never change, okay? If that's the case, 1, you're wrong about it, which is nice. It's really nice to be wrong about fearing something, okay? So I can reassure you that true love is in the offing, okay, in whichever camp you fall into. But also, I've now pulled 2 10s. I pulled the 10 of Wands here. So if you're single and your ability to trust has been really bashed and really diminished, know that there is something needed from you. As in, you are the Seven of Swords and your tower needs to blow. There are old wounds left from old relationships that need clearing before you can move to the gift of true love. Okay? And also, you are not codependent. You are just normal. But when you're involved with someone who's holding something back from you, it makes you needy, and it makes you needy to know because you need to know. That doesn't make you a bad person. It doesn't make you codependent. It just makes you completely healthy and normal, okay? And there's no need for you to carry that burden into any new relationship that you come for, okay? You are destined for the gift of true love, and that is an equal and very comfortable love. So know that that's in the offing for you, and I would say probably with an earth sign, Capricorn, Virgo, or a Taurus. Okay, those of you who are in this situation where you feel someone's holding back or something needs to be said, you're right, because we've got this 10 of Wands, and when you get the 10 of Wands, it's about surrender. It's about reaching a blow. It's about reaching that tower. And it might be you. I think it might be you. Some of you are involved with a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Mercury's retrograde, honestly, my brain. Yeah. Let's just have a look. Okay. As we come out of Mercury retrograde, which is really, we've got a full moon in Virgo at the end of February, and we come out of this energy of things being retained and not said and a bit under the kind of radar, I think this works for your situation. We've also got the 9 of Wands in the reverse, which is letting go of defensiveness and feeling like you're to blame and letting go of a stance. We also have the Page of Wands in reverse, which is telling you, particularly if you're dealing with an air sign or a fire sign, you might be dealing with an Aquarius, or you definitely might be an Aquarius for this. It might not be the right time to badger this person for information or even do anything at all. It's probably a good time for you to do what I call velvet waiting. This is the Queen of Pentacles. To make yourself very, very comfortable with yourself and with your situation, so that you almost don't require anything extra from this person to make you happy. You make yourself happy. You stop questioning. You stop searching for answers, and you stop looking for clues, because it's going to come to you anyway. As soon as you stop looking, this truth is going to emerge. Probably around the end of the month, we've got this full moon in Virgo, which is all full moons involve an act of kind of confession of things being released. And also, if you're in the single category, just know that you can release some of these bad feelings about your ex around the time of the full moon on the 27th as well. And then the Star. The Star is a card of manifesting. It's a card of wishing. It's a card of being very open to receiving something very magical and surprising, okay? So I think my final message to you, whether you're single or coupled, is relax, surrender to what has happened, surrender to the uncertainty of the future, and see it as a gift, because it is, okay? So happy Valentine's Day. Take that with you, and yeah, do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you soon. Namaste. Hi, number 2. Let's have a look at your cards. Okay. Ooh, these are nice. Ooh. Okay. Oof. Big cards. 3 big destiny cards. The World, with the Wheel of Fortune, and those two together, because they've both got a wheel, are particularly destiny-ish, okay? Destinous. I don't know what the word is for plural destiny. They're big on destiny, okay? With the Lovers. Now, the Lovers, of course, does involve some kind of choice. It represents Gemini as a star sign, so you might be dealing with a Gemini, you might be a Gemini. More importantly, though, the Lovers, when it first came out, was called the choice. It was about making a sacrifice. It was about choosing either between one person or another, or to leave an old situation behind, or choosing love. And your reading seems to be very focused around freedom and control. It's interesting. Romance Angel Oracle card you get is engagement, okay? So a big form of commitment. Now, in modern relationships, not everyone's form of commitment is engagement, okay? But it's about commitment, about moving to the next level. And trust. A situation is calling for you to have faith. But at the same time, it's calling for you to make a choice. And often this involves two different kind of paths, two different destinies. I'm going to take some Lightseer's Tarot for you as well. What do we need to know about the Lovers? Oh my God. Okay. Yes. Wow. Yeah. For some of you, this may relate to an ex or an old relationship in some way. I really get that. I hesitate to say it, but I do get it, and we are in Mercury retrograde. You get the Ten of Swords in reverse. I'll show it you in the upright. When you get the Ten of Swords in reverse, there's a certain amount of releasing of old and bad energy. But you also get the Nine of Swords in reverse. Worry and stress and paranoia and all of that stuff that kind of holds us back from being ourselves. Some of you are going to have some form of choice between now and, I would say, next Valentine's Day. This is a long-term thing. Some form of choice between someone who is chemically very attractive, and I would say probably an ex, or someone who it never quite came together with, you know, it never quite happened on some level. So it was more of a connection or a situationship or whatever you want to call it. It just didn't ascend to the level that you might have wanted it to. But then I also get the King of Pentacles, who is a very different character. The King of Pentacles is someone who is sometimes a relationship that starts from a friendship, sometimes a relationship that could be called sensible. And I feel like this is someone who's coming into your life in the next few months, or may already be in the kind of wings of your life at the moment, who's going to challenge your perception of relationships being painful and difficult and hard. And also, we've got the relationship card of control. For some of you, this is about a power struggle of some sort. Losing that power struggle, but in a good way. As in, you don't need the push and pull. There's a character or a person, and it may probably be an ex or someone you're involved with now, who was all about the push and pull, and maybe a bit manipulative in the way that it panned out, okay? Maybe they didn't set out to manipulate deliberately, often people don't, but it turned out to be a relationship of strings and string pulling and power. There's an opportunity for you to change this, and it comes in the form of someone else. Now, what this might do is trigger an ex to then come back into your life and you may have to make a decision on whether they're worth it, even though it might thrill you, and even though you might hate them, you kind of love-hate them. And between someone who is much more straightforward and more reliable, but possibly doesn't in the beginning when you meet them light your fire immediately. It's not love at first sight. It's not, the chemistry and all that kind of stuff, but it's a grower, not a shower. It's a slow burn. I'm trying to think of what someone said. I think it was Shalon Lester said, it's a fireplace, not a firework. It takes a while to build. Fireworks, exciting, explosion, gone. Fireplace keeps you warm all night. That's what I'm saying, and you may end up with a choice between the two. When you get the Lovers, it's never a really easy choice. It sounds easy, doesn't it? I'll just not go with the one that chemically excites me and I'll go with the one that's really sensible. Yes, there's a sacrifice with the Lovers. You have to let go of something, okay? 9 of Cups, gorgeous, gorgeous card. Just remember that this is your heart's desire. Follow your absolute heart's desire. And then we get the Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups can be the apology card. So it could be someone coming into you with an, I can't believe it ended like this. I can't believe I treated you like that. I've changed, all of that kind of stuff. And then you make a decision. But also with the Page of Cups, it's an offer that is small. So this can be a friendship for some of you, somebody maybe you already know, or somebody you meet, however people meet at the moment, in a very slow direction. If that's the case though, and it sounds earth signy or water signy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, and it could happen within, if it's a new person, within a sort of educational forum or setting or online or something to do with learning, okay? But at some point, meeting somebody new, or even just the relationship that you're in, is going to become a challenge in a good way, because you get to make a choice between 2 different types. Gosh, this is really interesting. Do leave me a comment and let me know how that resonates. This is a bit of an incomplete reading because it hasn't either happened yet or it's taken place over a longer period of time. So do subscribe to the channel and check out your monthly reading as well for February for your star sign. Those are below in the description box. And if you subscribe to the channel as well, I do more random love readings and pick a card readings, and then pick up on your story as it goes along, because this is something that has a bit of time to run. Okay, so I'll see you soon. Namaste. Hi, number 3. Okay, let's have a look at your cards. Haven't looked at haven't looked at any of these before I did them, so I kind of choose them blind. I like choosing them without seeing them for my pick of cards. This is nice. Oh my god, number 3. This is really good. I know you're not supposed to say that. It's like having a favourite child. I'm getting the hot water bottle ready. Say hi to the sloth. Okay, number 3, you may be a Cancerian, or you may be involved with a Cancerian, or water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. It's very water signy, but it's also very love orientated. You get the soulmate card. This is nice. This is a nice reading. Yes, this is your soulmate. You don't even know if you've met them yet. This is for singles and for couples, okay? But it looks good. Next to it, we also have the Passion card. And I think sometimes some of us are afraid that if we find our soulmate, that there won't be that passion. There will. This is like a combination of the 2 things. We also get in the Chuck Spezzano healing card, the Higher Mind card. It's the Grace card of the Higher Mind. There is something here about manifesting. You might be single and looking for love. And if you are, it's very important, if you're consciously creating, which I believe we all are all the time anyway, that you keep your vision to the higher mind, that you keep it very pure. In other words, sometimes when we're manifesting, we try and hedge our bets a bit and downgrade. It's like, I'll go for something lower, then it's more likely to come in. Just someone who's not been arrested recently and has a pulse. That's it, No, this is your soulmate. We're talking manifesting a soulmate. And there's a book for this, and I'm trying to think of what it's called. Hopefully it will come to me. It's a book about manifesting love. There is one by Elizabeth Daniels, which is on the Kindle, that's very good. If you haven't looked at that, and I'm not affiliated with anybody, I don't do any, financial deals with people or anything, and I don't know her, but I have to say, it's a great book, and it is cheap, and it works. Often you're not really allowed to say that, are you? But it does. It's called Manifesting Love. So have a look for that. I think she's called Elizabeth Daniels. I really hope she is. If not, if you put that title into Kindle, you'll find it. It's important to keep your manifestations very pure. You also get the Two of Cups, Venus in Cancer, the real thing, a love exchange. It's a really beautiful card. The only thing here that I notice is that staring at the Two of Cups is the Five of Cups. Now, you notice in the Five of Cups that 3 cups are down and 2 cups stand up. Often readers will say, notice there's 2 cups remaining and it's still hopeful. For me, that's only really the case when you get it together with the Two of Cups, because there are your Two of Cups. So there is a certain amount of grief, of grieving to be done. Okay, there's a certain amount of loss involved in this in some way. The need to grieve what was once or what has been lost. But I don't think that the concentration is on that. I just think it's necessary for that to happen as part of this true love story. Okay, and then next to that, the Page of Cups. Gorgeous. Here is someone offering you their cup, and they're humble. There's something very humble. And for those of you that have been single for a while, this is particularly if you are feeling a bit bitter or a bit like it's never going to happen. It is. This is a beautiful reading. But you do need to keep in your higher mind, whether you're single or whether you're coupled, if you're going through difficulties with somebody, or if you're single and going through difficulties with being single, the grace is to keep in your higher mind, to be elevated. And that's sometimes difficult when you're feeling a bit lonely and a bit pessimistic and a bit, that kind of feeling. Or if you've been on some horrific string of dates recently or in the past or whatever it is. But it's very important for your manifesting, whether this is about taking a relationship to the next level or finding your soulmate from scratch. It's very important for you to stay in your joy, in your bliss, in what makes you happy. Then at the bottom we've got the Empress. Oh, I love this. Know that what you want is gestating. Know that what you want is going to come to you, okay? And of course there's no hurrying it. It takes its sweet time. It's when nothing is happening, everything is happening. It feels like that. And then the Chariot. Cancerian energy again. So particularly some of you are definitely Cancerian, but some of you are dealing with meeting a Cancerian or dealing with somebody who is a Cancerian, maybe a Pisces or a Scorpio, because it's representing the water signs. And for a few of you, it's air sign, but generally a concentration on being a water sign and dealing with a water sign. Let's have a look. I'm going to look at, I don't even know what I'm going to look at. I'm not even going to frame it. We're just going to go for it. Okay. Yes. Oh, this is gorgeous. Wow. Overall energy card, you get Temperance. And Temperance, again, is about, wow, with the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups is a step up from the page. This is nice. It's got water sign energy flowing through it, okay? Temperance, the person in the, if it's the Rider-Waite, they're normally playing with kind of jugs of water, and they're playing at pouring, and their feet are in the stream. There's something very, very subconscious and magical here about you manifesting what you want. And you need to stay not just in belief, because if you're staying in belief about something happening, it implies it might not. It's when you move into the God state. Now, if you want to look at some videos about the God state, the only person that I know, so there will be others, but the one I've noticed, and I don't even know if she's still called this, is Manifesting with Jasmine. And she has some videos on YouTube. If you put in Manifesting with Jasmine, the God state, there's 1 or 2 videos I watched from her which are incredible. They're not easy to understand, okay, if you're just beginning with conscious creating, but it's worth getting involved in it, because when you reach that God state, it's no longer about belief. Okay, so I'll let you research that. Okay, we've got the 3 of Cups in reverse with the Page of Swords in reverse. This is false news from other people. You need to be very careful not to let people negatively influence you. Friends, family, but also what you're reading online. The tools you're using for manifesting might need to be purer, and you might need to trust more in yourself, okay? And this is whether you're in a relationship that you want to improve or whether you're single. It's about you, and it's about purity, and it's about finding people who you definitely resonate with. We then get the Queen of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Again, the Queen of Cups is very much in her own element, and it's water. There she is. She trusts her vision. With the Fool, gorgeous, gorgeous card. And again, even in this card, there's water involved. Taking a leap of faith. There is a lot here about God state and about faith for you. And then finally, the 6 of Wands. This card for me is winner, winner, chicken dinner. Okay? You don't need to make it happen. You just need to allow it, number 3. Oh, that is a gorgeous reading. Do subscribe to the channel for more picker cards and random love readings, and check out your February readings, which are for each star sign, and they're in the description box below, okay? So thank you to everybody, and do like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Namaste.